Carter tape. The chipped formica of the diner booth felt cool under my elbows. Rain lashed against the window, blurring the neon glow of Earl's All Night. I'm Carter Rainbow Reach, though most folks call me Tape. It's efficient. I coordinate. That's what I do. Not logistics, not personnel, synergies. I bring things together. Tonight, though, it felt less like synergy and more like damage control. The Crimson Hand, the Obsidian Circle, even the perpetually neutral Silent Accord, they were all fracturing. The Mega Guild, the bedrock of our sector, was coming apart at the seams, and I was the one tasked with gluing it back together. Again. Old Man Tiber, the Crimson Hand's representative, arrived smelling of ozone and regret. He slid into the booth opposite me, his cybernetic eye whirring softly. Tape, he rasped, they're accusing us of market manipulation. The Obsidian Circle, naturally. Claiming we artificially deflated the chromite futures. I sighed. The Circle always plays the victim. What's really going on, Tiber? He hesitated, then confessed. The Silent Accord. They've been quietly acquiring shares in every major refining operation. They're aiming for a monopoly. My comm crackled. It was Lyra, the Obsidian Circle's liaison, all icy politeness. Tape, we have evidence the Crimson Hand is diverting resources from the asteroid mining operation. Illegal shipments to the Outer Rim. A blatant violation of the Guild Charter. Another accusation. Another layer of distrust. I massaged my temples. This wasn't about chromite futures or asteroid resources. This was about power. The Accord was making a play, and the others were reacting, lashing out. It was predictable, in a terrible sort of way. I called a closed-door meeting at the neutral ground, the Zenith Spire. The atmosphere was thick with animosity. Tiber and Lyra glared at each other. The Accord's representative, a serene woman named Anya, simply observed. I laid out the facts, or what I believed to be the facts. The Accord's acquisition of refining operations, the Crimson Hand's alleged diversions, the Obsidian Circle's accusations. This isn't about individual infractions, I said, my voice surprisingly steady. This is about the integrity of the Guild. If we fall apart, we all fall. Anya spoke, her voice calm but firm. The Guild has grown complacent, reliant on outdated structures. We seek not to dismantle it, but to reshape it, to create a more equitable distribution of resources. It was a reasonable argument, and, frankly, a terrifying one. The Mega Guild wasn't built on equity, it was built on control. And the diversions, Tiber? I asked. He admitted, reluctantly, that they'd been selling resources to independent operators, circumventing the Guild's price controls. A temporary measure, he claimed, to stabilize our internal finances. I wasn't convinced. The truth, as always, was buried under layers of self-preservation. I proposed a compromise. A complete audit of all Guild operations, overseen by a neutral third party. A restructuring of resource allocation, favoring long-term sustainability over short-term profits. And a public commitment from all three factions to abide by the results, no matter the cost. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. A fragile truce, built on mutual exhaustion and a shared fear of total collapse. As the meeting adjourned, Anya gave me a curt nod. You're a skilled coordinator, Tape Rainbow Reach. Let's hope this holds. I watched them leave, the rain still lashing against the windows. It would hold, I thought, for a while. Until the next crisis, the next power grab, the next attempt to unravel the fragile threads that held everything together. My work, it seemed, was never truly done.